Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we'd do a favourites. This is sort of a couple of months worth of favourites, I'm going to say. I think I'm going to try and do these sort of every other month because I find I buy quite a lot of makeup, but I don't even buy enough to do monthly favourites really. I just find I end up pulling things out that aren't actually something I love. So I think I'm going to stick to doing these bi-monthly. So let's just dive in. I've got a mix of a bit of everything here, a bit of indie, a bit of affordable stuff, a bit of more expensive stuff. So let's get into it. I want to mention these two foundations. This first one is the Lancome Teint Idol Ultra Wear Care and Glow. I just butchered that French, please pretend that didn't happen. This is a really beautiful sheer foundation. I absolutely love the Ultra Wear High Cover, the one with the black lid. It's gorgeous, even though it's really high coverage and quite matte. It still looks great on my skin, even though my skin is dry. But this one just takes the cake. This is beautiful, really glowy, really healthy looking. Doesn't cover up too much. This isn't one if you're a full coverage girly, but this for me on the days where I just want to chuck something on that's really easy. I'm not necessarily bothered about being flawless. This is a great one. This one is the Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation from Laura Mercier. This is definitely more for a high coverage day. This is for the high coverage girlies and guys and theys and everybody, because this is beautiful. It's got like a slightly luminous finish, as with most Laura Mercier foundations. It's got a little bit of glow to it, but it is really quite nice, high coverage. It doesn't ever cling, it looks beautiful. If you want to see wear tests on either of these, give me a shout, because I do still want to start that foundation video series I've been going on and on about. So let me know if you want to see one of these or if you want to see something else reviewed first. This is the Urban Decay Naked Quickie Concealer. Urban Decay slay when it comes to your face products. I know a lot of people have gone off them big time as a brand because they're just not as innovative as they used to be, but their face products are still really beautiful. So when I saw they were releasing this, I was like, I'm gonna give that a go. I don't love this spongy, oh no, it's actually a brush. I assumed it was a sponge. There's like a little short brush on top. I'm never going to use that. But this is a huge concealer with 16.4 mil. It's got a giant doe foot, which I love. And it's basically very similar in formula to the normal Naked concealer. It's a little bit, touch more coverage, I would say. Slightly more long lasting, but it's very similar in formula. It's got that same kind of finish that the Naked concealer had, so I really love it. I think it's a really great one. If you are looking for base products, I still think Urban Decay hits the ball out of the park. This is something I've been trying to get my hands on forever. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. The Charlotte Tilbury team recently contacted me, asked me if I wanted to become an affiliate, so I've got my own code and link and everything, which will be down in the description if you want them. But they also gave me a great discount for me, and when I saw this was in stock, I just had to pick it up. It's the contour one, as I said, in fair medium. It's a great cool toned contour shade. I've always loved the Max Factor Miracle Contour Wand, I think it's called. But this is just a little bit easier to blend, a little bit nicer to work with, a little bit more long lasting. I still think that one's a great dupe, but now I've got this one, I probably wouldn't sort of buy the Max Factor one again, because this one is just, it's just a little bit up there. I don't love the packaging. It tends to leak and get really gross and horrible even when you lock it. But in terms of the actual product, I really like it. Couple of bits for blush. This is the Makeup by Tammy Plush Blush Liquid Blush in Peach Blossom. This, let me just shake it up, is a really quite liquidy blush with a pump. Kind of reminds me of the NARS ones. Gosh, if you don't shake it well enough, it comes out completely oil. So bear with me. This is a really, really pretty peachy shade. It just looks really nice on the cheeks, really glowy, really beautiful. And I've actually been using it a lot. That wasn't the best swatch in the world because it was still a bit oily. You really do have to shake it. But it's a really beautiful product. I believe they do these in 4 shades. I think they're about £10. And it really does remind me of the NARS one, even though it separates, because the NARS one does that really bad too. And I did also want to mention the Cloud Crush. Bleh. This is really hard to say. I don't care what anybody says. The Cloud Crush Blurring Blush from Too Faced. This is the shade Watermelon Rain, which I absolutely adore. Everybody's going mad for the baby pink shade, which although it is pretty, and I will probably pick it up at some point, this one and the orange one, which was Tequila Sunset, which I do also have, were the ones that drew me in. But this one is without doubt my favourite. It's a stunning bright pink colour. It smells like all Too Faced powder makeup seems to. Like slightly like sweet, slightly like powdery. I don't love the fact they put scents in everything, but this is a really beautiful blush, and I haven't had any trouble with the scent. I just wish they didn't put it in. I've got a couple of bits from Made by Mitchell. First off, we've got the Gel Glaze Cream Eyeshadow in Pink Monday. I am completely obsessed with this colour. It's a bright pink, and I don't know whether you can see that, but it's got a really gorgeous blue reflect in it, and I have been obsessed with putting this on my lower lash line. I saw somebody do it on TikTok, and since then I've been doing it constantly. It's just a really great way, even when I'm not wearing any eyeshadow on the top of my lids, because it's a really nice long-lasting formula. I have also got a code and an affiliate link with Made by Mitchell, so again I'll leave that in the description. And then I've got 2 of the All Lip No Trip. I think I picked these up on TikTok Shop when they were £6, which was a bargain. This one is Selling Cookies, which is like a nudie brown colour. I've not used this one as much, although I do very much like the formula, but this one's been my favourite. This is Love with Life. And this is like a corally pinky shade. I am obsessed with this shade currently. I'm using it all the time. I just think it looks great under like most nude lipsticks. They're really creamy, they're really comfortable to wear, but they are really long lasting. I was a bit on the fence about picking them up because obviously Made by Mitchell always goes on about using the blushes on the lips. I don't like the blushes on their lips. They are too dry. They look gross. They look uncomfortable. I don't like them. So I was a bit worried these were going to be really dry, which is why I picked them up when they're on £6 instead of full price. But in fact, I love them and I would pay the £12 for them. A couple more eye bits. I've got the MAC Dazzle Shadow Liquid in Diamond Crumbles. I picked this up off Look Fantastic a couple of months ago because it was just really pretty. And I've used it a lot. I've been really reaching for like pretty like shades at the moment just to like throw on the eye. I don't know whether the lighting's a bit bright to see that. I don't know whether you can see it reflect, but it's really pretty like pinky lilac shade. And like I said, I've been buying a lot of these sort of easy eyeshadows, just slap them on and go. So very much I'm enjoying that one. And then I did want to mention my Glisten split liners. It's not necessarily one that's my favourite. I have been loving Raspberry Punch, which is looking a little bit beat up. And also the... I can't get the lid back on. Also the luminous orange side of Peach Melba is absolutely glorious. I just love these liners. I think everybody should have Glisten everything in their life because they're amazing. Every time they release something new I get really excited. I'm very excited about their new duochrome multi-chrome palette, very excited about that, and will be picking that up. So yeah, I love the split liners, they're great. I did want to mention the P. Louise lip balms. These used to only come in the Juicy Drip Duos, but they now actually sell them separately. So I did want to mention them because as much as I like the lip oils, I find they've got a bit of a funny aftertaste and it just bothers me. But the lip balms are amazing. This one is Sugar Cookie. I've got Toasted Marshmallow on my desk at work, which is almost empty. I've got Strawberries and Cream on my bedside table. I've got a passion fruit martini one on my other bedside table at home, because that one's I'm at Sam's now. So I've got these everywhere. I really love them. I think it's great they've got the little clip on, great if you want to attach them to your keys. My keys are too full as it is, so I will stick with having them just in every place I ever have one. But I really like it's a really highly moisturising lip balm, and it's really helped my lips go from really chapped and gross to slightly chapped and gross. Couple of lipsticks. This is NARS Power Matte Lipstick in Indiscreet. I am obsessed with this shade. It is a beautiful corally nude. I've been wearing this a lot. I really love this formula. I knew I was going to love it probably because I love the Power Matte liquid lipsticks, but this formula just takes the cake. I've got like a darker orangey red shade and I love that too. And then this one is the MAC Locked Kiss ink in Gracious, which is this incredible pink shade. I absolutely love it. It's very summery, very like spring appropriate. These dry down very matte, but they're not uncomfortable, and I was really surprised when I saw how much they dried down, how much I actually like them, so much so I actually picked up another shade. But this Gracious shade is my favourite. And last but not least, I have a couple of palettes to mention. First off, Artitude Man-Eater palette. I don't know where I've put mine. I must have taken it home. I thought it was here, but it must be at home. So that one's at home. So apologies for that because I would have liked to have shown it to you, but I've used it loads. It is the most gorgeous colour story. I will actually link my first impressions in the description box because it's beautiful. And then I also wanted to mention the With Love Pink Dreams palette. This is beautiful, tiny little clouds. It's completely adorable. And these shades are stunning. This was about £20 on TikTok Shop, I think, and I really love it. I've seen people talk about With Love's pressed glitters before, but not their eyeshadows, and I was so impressed. I just really wanted to mention it today. So that is it for my current favourites. I do hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe and let me know what you've been loving in the comments. You've been fabulous. I've been Call of the Ball, and I will see you next time. Bye.